Oh my gosh, that... Oh, today is a doozy, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, I'm a Hero, for coming through on that. Yeah, this is the finals, Gadetsky. We kind of just walked right over the first round. We're moving into the finals here. This Overlord isn't a path to scout.
Oh.
He's going to make that turn. Man, I cast a game between INnoVation and Cyril, where Cyril immediately scouted the proxy and crushed it, and INnoVation still went 17 minutes in the game.
Oh my
like
gosh.
that, I'm telling you, Terran can do this.
Terran can follow up proxies.
Yeah.
Well, Rogue knows about this. And he's already pulling a few drones to make sure that those bunkers don't get up easily.
That's going to be hard. He's a little bit late on it. Both, yeah, the SCVs are coming in here already, but the fighting begins, and like you said, going to delay the bunkers. That's the goal right now. Scout it early enough. You can actually send drones to kill the SCVs building the barracks, and that actually hurts a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of just like a free win for the Zerg. Here's a lot of drones for Rogue, though. He's going to actually just DPS down that bunker, force a cancel right away. Nicely done there. He is losing a lot of mining time as this goes on, though.
And he's got 6 Lings in production. He's got 2 Marines here, but delaying that bunker, forcing that cancel was really nice. The Ling popping. Queen on the way here too, Spine coming in, and Rogue feels pretty comfortable. He puts the workers back on the natural base. Now he's going to pull them off,
here
bring all the Lings in, and he's going for that bunker.
Yeah, Rogue gonna try and shut down the bunker. He hasn't actually denied the bunker getting up, but he is putting a lot of damage on it, so it looks like it may actually just die. The other bunker has been delayed. INnoVation is trying to get that up, but good Queen snipe from Rogue, gonna shut down that SCV.
Nice. And that's it. Spine crawler's up, creep is spread, INnoVation's going home. He's lifted his barracks, he's getting them out of there, and he's gonna wall off, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He can still very much win this game. It's really kind of incredible the way that these proxies aren't completely all-ins, even though they feel like they totally should be.
INnoVation is behind, make no mistake about that. However, Rogue is in quite a good spot.
That barrack's actually scouting. I mean, it's 21 to 19 workers right now. INnoVation has the better economy. He's building a natural base right now. It's 1 to 2 bases, which is fine. Terran can handle a 1 to 2 base versus Zerg.
I mean, INnoVation isn't dead.
No,
but
not even close.
I still think Rogue has quite a lead at this point in the game. I know we have ever like an ongoing like conversation about these proxies and how much a Terran can come back from these.
We do. It's ongoing.
And chances are this game, INnoVation will win and just put the egg on my face. So we'll see. Godelsky in chat saying, did Patience forfeit? Yes, he no-showed for this event, unfortunately, which is unfortunate for everyone. Yeah. Oh, look at this. INnoVation moving out with his Marines, and a couple of Hellions going to join them, but I think Rogue spotted this with this Overlord.
All of it. Yeah. That said, that third base is coming up, and I'm not sure there's enough to save it right now. There's a handful of Lings. They don't have speed.
This is a really cute play from INnoVation.
Yeah, just going right for that third, knowing that the Rogue's going to go for it.
Yeah, just like, hey, I have 6 Marines and 2 Hellions. That equals a dead third base. Rogue's going to try and shut this down. However, he's waiting for more of his Lings to come out, and now INnoVation, he cancels the hatchery, and he's even got a Medivac and 2 more Hellions coming to join up with this. What an odd attack.
But brilliant. Like, so good there. Rogue was definitely droning up a whole lot, trying to catch up with economy. And then, he saved all of them.
Oh, that is
He saved all of those Hellions. Why is he? Okay, well, now they're dead.
INnoVation is running in with these Hellions. They all will die. They got caught by slow Lings, which is just shame in the Hellion world of things. And Rogue, with his slow Lings, is probably just going to make a bunch of roaches and go across the map to try and kill INnoVation.
He sure is going to go for it, but third base on the way from INnoVation, that might be a little too greedy.
Yeah, that's pretty greedy.
He's 2 base to 2 base right now. He's in a great position versus the Zerg player. And now he's going for a third CC. I don't know about this. I'm with you. I think we're just
Yeah.
going to send the roaches across and try to kill INnoVation, have a good chance to do it.
INnoVation has such a heads up for this, though, because he saw how many slow lings Rogue made. He's now had a Liberator fly over the Roach Warren, and he's even seeing Roaches and Ravagers pop out right now. INnoVation knows about this. He should just be building bunkers. He's getting up multiple as we speak. A siege tank is on the way.
Yeah.
And
Get
Rogue
Stim, getting Marauders.
is going to have just slow lings with this, and INnoVation has a few Hellions. If he micros these right, this could go really good for INnoVation.
He's trying to kill that Ravager egg, but eggs have a lot of armor. They are hard to kill.
Yeah, that is a tough nut to crack, but look at this. These are going to be slow lings crashing against this wall, and they are just comically slow when you spend most of your time watching them just dart across the map.
Ugh. Tank fire on that high ground. The Ravagers are trying to take down this command center, but it doesn't, again, really matter. INnoVation can afford to lose the CC. He's even upgrading it to an orbital, which is hilarious. Hellions here just in case the Lings try to march on in here, but this is looking pretty hell. That orbital command might actually go down.
Oh my gosh, INnoVation has Stim too. He is going to keep the CC alive. Rogue can commit in here, but I don't see this going to work out. INnoVation stims the units inside the bunker. They're going to put out a lot of damage. SCVs try and repair this while the tanks on the high ground shell out, and I think INnoVation is going to win this game. Oh my gosh.
Told ya!
Terran, man. Terran, somebody do something about it.
I told ya. Terrans, they should proxy every TvZ. Because there's no reason for them not to. If it fails spectacularly, they can still win the game. Especially if you can cancel your opponent Zerg's third base, which INnoVation was able to do.
That's a play I haven't seen before.
Yeah, that was
just
great.
moving it with 6 Marines and a couple of Hellions. Like, that's so smart. So smart.
I mean, it helped that Rogue completely skipped speed.
Yeah, that was a big factor. And I guess Rogue probably just skipped speed because of the unique time which he saw the proxy go down. Like, he saw it before he got his gas going down. So he's like, oh, I don't need a gas right now. I need to defend the proxy. And then later in the game, that odd timing kind of came back and bit him in the butt.
Certainly did. Man, he was just trying to drone up. He was trying to catch up at economy, and all the bad things happened. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so game one, fairly short. Proxy into failed proxy into held all in into victory. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting game one, for sure.
Not a bad way to go about it for Terran.
So we're going to be on Zen, the latter edition. Not a lot of games on Zen. I feel like it gets vetoed.
That's because it's a monstrous map.
That's fair.
In all reality, I think we're going to see a bit more Zen in the future. Players are warming up to it a bit. And apparently Rogue likes it, because this was his pick.
Oh, hey.
Anyway, here we are in the bottom left-hand side of the map. Taking map number 1 off the back of a cheese, it's INnoVation.
And in the top right, it's Rogue.
Do you think Rogue picked this map because it's not one that's easy to proxy on for Terran?
Could be. I can see that.
Fear the proxy so much.
Yeah, like, I'm sick. I am sick of proxies. I'm sick of stopping proxies and losing anyway.
Okay. Early pool on the way for Rogue, probably a smart choice when you're playing against 2 racks out of INnoVation. Or what could be a 2 racks out of INnoVation.
Yeah, still could be. Not too late for that. And an early pool does shut that down. I mean, if you just 12 pool, it's really hard to succeed with any kind of a proxy as a Terran player.
Yeah, I actually saw a Twitter exchange. I think it was Rainer and Euthermal on Twitter. Rainer was... Euthermal was like... Rainer said on Twitter, Terran, stop proxy 2-raxing, please, so I can stop going pool first. And Euthermal responded, well, stop going pool first, so I can stop proxy 2-raxing.
That doesn't make any sense,
It doesn't.
Euthermal.
It's just...
whatever.
Get out of here, Zerg, is pretty much what Euthermal said, I think.
Pretty much.
Okay. Reaper on the way out for INnoVation. He SCV scouted like a very smart Terran. And now just knows to keep his Reaper on the lookout for those lings. I have cast a lot of INnoVation games lately.
How many of those have been proxies?
I want to say about a solid third of them.
Okay, there we go.
I cast INnoVation versus Dark, then INnoVation versus a Laser, INnoVation versus a Rainer, and now INnoVation versus Rogue.
Dang, okay.
INnoVation,
a lot of innovation.
He has declared war on Zerg.
Yes. He's doing pretty well at it, too. Reaper not getting much done on the other side. You know, I've been thinking this more and more. I just feel like at this point, Reaper should just try to deny third bases. Like, look, man, I understand. You want to do the dance. You want to try to kill a couple of lings at the natural base, but you rarely do. The better thing to do is just park yourself at the third and say, go for it, drone. Right? If you could, I would rather delay Rogue's third base by 30 seconds than kill a Zergling.
I agree. Some
Yeah.
Zergs get up third bases so quick, though. You're like they can even be started before the Reaper's over there, depending on the map.
That's true.
I think.
No, that's true. And Rogue has done that for sure in the past. Against Protoss more often than against Terran, but...
INnoVation.
Speed is done. Jump!
Ooh, slick Reaper. Look at INnoVation, showing so much restraint. He gets the Reaper out when he could have committed and killed that drone and lost the Reaper. Instead, he says
the map
no.
awareness. Yeah.
Keep that Reaper alive.
Yes, good call. Armory coming in here from INnoVation. This is something he's been doing a lot too. It's not necessarily a giant Hellbat attack, but it's Marine tank, and then he just makes whatever Hellions he has remaining be Hellbats. But at this point, I think it's just Hellbats on the right side that's attacking towards third base right now.
Yep, there we go.
Okay. Yep. So Marine Hellbat. Regular old Marine Hellbat attack. He's not waiting for the tanks at all. The Queens are like, oh boy, I don't know about this. Let's pull back to our Evolution Chamber wall. Just going through the wall. Jumping on the Marines. Nice pickup and save there by INnoVation. Keeping 3 of them alive. Morlings coming in. We're trying to roast those guys up and maybe doing something against the third base. Additional Hellbats join the party. Morlings are in production. More Queens ready to pop out here too. Queens are going to be the big deal here since there are no Banelings. The Marines are getting picked off individually. The Hellbats trying to kill what they can, but it looks like this is hell just by the sheer number of Queens present. And INnoVation loses the medevac, and that's the end of the push.
Yeah, that's a solid hold from Rogue. He was doing a very good job trying to shut down the Marines, getting us around on them behind with his lings as opposed to fighting the Hellbats, removing that DPS as optimally as possible. And now INnoVation just has to throw up a third CC, start building up his production now, and this is going to have bought Rogue a lot of time to macro up in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Rogue held that very well. INnoVation lost a bunch of stuff. I don't think he killed any drones at all. Take a look real quick, and no drones have been killed.
Wow.
Yeah, if you don't kill any drones from a Zerg player in the first 5 to 10 minutes, it's a hard sell to win this game for INnoVation. Stim on the way. 1-1 coming in from Rogue for his melee, which indicates Ultralisks, I think, more than anything else these days, especially against INnoVation, who is pretty heavy on the Marine production usually.
Yeah, Ultralisk down the road could definitely be a threat.
Liberator?
Yeah, Liberator. Liberator harassment, always good, whether you're 10 or 40 minutes into a game, as they require such a response from the Zerg to deal with. That can be very taxing. A layer on the way for Rogue. We'll see if he's going to go for a Spire, go for those Mutalisk that we were kind of talking about earlier.
Yeah, I believe in Rogue and Cyril's abilities to use Mutas. I don't think I believe in any other Zerg players to use them in a ZVT without losing all of them.
Yeah.
So, I believe in Rogue. He's going for the Spire. Probably going to be Mutalisks here. INnoVation is one of the Terrans who are terrifying to try to make Mutalisks work against them. It's turrets. It's going to be Widow Mines. It's going to be Marines everywhere. It's going to be really hard for Mutas to fly anywhere without risking all of them getting massacred.
Yeah, you got to be very careful when controlling those Mutalisks because they are not cheap. Even if they fly over just one Widow Mine, that's a good trade for the Terran. And building Mutas takes away from the Zerg making extra Banelings, making more Lings, more Hydras even, or something like that. However, INnoVation seems determined just to kill Rogue before that, as he moves in with all those Marines, with all these Hellbats, but man, were those some good Baneling connections from Rogue.
The Hellbats are gone. That's it. They got picked up and disappeared. Yeah, Hellbats when there are Banelings out is especially hard to pull off as Terran. Call Me Topin in chat was like, haha, who goes Hellbats in 2020? Well, INnoVation does. I think in the Stay at Home Story Cup finals, best of 7 against Cyril, he went Hellbats in pretty much every game.
And so spoiler it's not alert, just Hellbats. He lost the series.
He did. I'm just saying, he goes Hellbats in TvZ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike some of the pushes, but I feel like they happen far too much for how good they actually are. Or
again, especially once Banelings are out.
Yeah.
11 Mutas in production for Rogue now, so definitely believing in his Muta control, which I can't necessarily disagree with him on that. I don't think INnoVation has any turrets yet. And these Mutas are going to test those mineral lines pretty much starting now. Yeah, no turrets at all.
No turrets.
Nice contamination on that starport, though.
Just 6 barracks on the way for INnoVation. There were 6 barracks on his production tab. And he's going to be firing up add-ons on all of those. I recently watched a game or two, which the Terran was just like, tons of barracks, not necessarily going to wait to get add-ons on them all and just push. So that was a little bit odd, but no, INnoVation wants all of his add-ons, and he is going to power up with a ton of bio on 3 bases.
However, is, but he's, again, completely caught by surprise by these Mutas. I don't know why. This happened to him at least 3 times in the series versus Cyril, where Mutas showed up and it seemed like INnoVation had no idea they were coming at all. It's so strange to me. He just loses 10 to 20 SCVs on these because of this attack. No big deal. It's like, I'm just so used to Brood War, where effectively Terrans know that Mutas are coming. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Gosh.
That was worth the wait to watch.
Sure was. There we go. Little Marine balls against those Mutas, picking off 1 or 2 on the edges.
Yeah, Rogue is going to keep building these. Though he believes in the Mutas, he's going to keep firing up more and more of them. Mutas scale in a very unique way.
Because they can stack.
They can stack like no other.
Very fast. Very fast. The problem with Mutas is, for defense, they're kind of bad.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah. If you're forcing them to engage with your Terran army, they die.
INnoVation's not wall is kind of going to let him down here, as Rogue runs into his 3rd base, and this is just INnoVation being pulled to pieces. The Terran wanted to get aggressive, so his army's across the map. However, he's trying to deal with this Ling counterattack as it's going on.
Widow Mines, though.
Widow Mines, indeed. Now, INnoVation pushes forward to try and deal with the Mutas on the front, but that's meaning his bio is stepping further on creep against a large number of Banelings for Rogue. Rogue with 29 Banelings.
Target fire all you want, but there are so many Banelings, they're going to connect on some level. Rogue not sending his whole army in there in case there are Widow Mine connections, and there were. Another great Widow Mine hit! No, not as good as INnoVation wanted it to be. The splits are good, but he's on creep. Reinforcements coming in, trying to make something happen here. Additional Lings, additional Banelings rolling in across that creep. INnoVation needs to make something happen here. He needs to kill a base, but again, so much green exploding Banelings. That's it. Rogue takes game 2, up 2-0 in the series.
Okay. Wow. Well done there by Rogue to just shut down INnoVation's aggressive and have a solid follow-up.
I gotta say, the beginning of the end was honestly the Mutas rolling into INnoVation's main base and being met with 0 resistance at all. 17 SCVs died there. It dropped them down in economy. The counterattack to the 3rd base with the Lings was incredibly damaging too. And then it turns into basically INnoVation needs to kill a base in that situation to win. Rogue knows it, just makes a million Banelings and calls it good. What a ridiculous, ridiculous game. And I just, again, Brood War players, Terran players know the timing. They'll scout the Spire, and they know the timing when they need to start making missile turrets against those Mutalisks, and every time they're ready for it. It's just so strange to me to see INnoVation completely neglect it, as though he doesn't even consider that a threat or something that he needs to worry about. I don't understand.
Yeah, that was a little bit odd. I agree.
But he did it over and over versus INnoVation at Stay at Home Story Cup too. It's not like this one time he forgot. This is like the 4th time I've seen it in the last 24 hours, where he just doesn't make any air defense until the mutas are already killing his SCVs. Don't get it.
Yeah, the main thing, I guess, is that INnoVation left, after his failed helmet attack, he left Rogue, the Zerg, with so much extra time. He essentially left Rogue to his own devices, and you gotta think, what's a Zerg gonna do? They could build mutas, and Rogue did.
Yep.
And INnoVation should have thought about that, I guess.
I agree. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's kind of what StarCraft is sometimes, though.
Yeah. I really enjoy the way INnoVation was setting up to play that game with just tons of bio. He's kind of been revising his TvZ a little bit by basically just sticking with mass bio, mass mind, very rarely going into a significant number of Liberators, essentially never making ghosts, and then just hitting the Zerg all over. In a sense that normally bio would just start to trade so inefficiently, but INnoVation's like, no, tons of barracks, a good economy, and I will just wear you down with my incredible mechanics.
Yeah, makes sense.
After watching a ton of his TvZs lately, that was definitely what he was setting up to do against Rogue, but he just kind of had his hand forced by the mutas. And anyway, in the top left-hand side of the map, we have got Jinair's Rogue.
And at the, like, I don't know, 3 o'clock position, it's INnoVation. This is a weird map for map positions.
Yeah. It's not often you have a 12 o'clock spawn and a 3 o'clock spawn.
No, it's Scrap Station, though. We talked about this, I think, last time we cast together.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same, like, close by air, but long by ground. Although Scrap Station did not have the slow zones.
No, it didn't. It
So
had the
it
base
was-
right in the center.
Yeah, up to the... But it does, actually. Same place. To the north there. See that island in the top right? That's exactly where it was.
I thought Scrap Station
Or
had
Scrap Station
like
too.
a direct line with the base in the center, like right here.
I don't think so. Let me
It was
pull it
like
up real quick.
base down here, base here, island base here.
Yeah. Am I thinking junkyard, maybe? No, Scrap Station. Yeah, I mean, the island base is definitely a little bit more between the two bases. That island is, but then here for sure. But it's not directly in between the two.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever, regardless.
Anyway, I can't gush enough about the brilliant use of the inhibitor zones to essentially create extra space on the map.
Right, and it
Like,
totally does.
This is the equivalent to about 25% more space than is actually represented here because of the inhibitor zones. And it's such a good decision. The map would be completely indifferent, vetoed every time if there wasn't these inhibitor zones here. But it suddenly makes it a very playable map.
Yep.
So, INnoVation scouts Rogue's early pool, talking about the actual game. Can't blame Rogue.
No.
Yeah, can't blame Rogue for going for the early pool. We saw that in game number 1 why you want to go for early pools. And Zerg isn't too poorly off because of it, right?
Underdog's upset because Kira is sick. I know. Hopefully
I am
her
too.
recovers soon. We're bummed out.
Oh,
Ooh, forcing 2 spores is a pretty good job there
Yeah.
for a Reaper, all in a day's work.
I ain't gonna do the math, but that's an amount of minerals right there.
Yep. It's better than killing 1 Zergling, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, INnoVation. Look at this guy, already going for a 3rd CC. Right into his main base. Do you think he'll float it over to the island?
You know what? No, but I want him to. I definitely would like him to.
I can dream. I was playing a TvZ the other day, or TV something, and it was in like a long scrappy game or whatever. And because no one ever takes the island base, I didn't even register it. And it's just like, oh, I forgot there was a base there. That totally could have been a factor in this game. It wasn't, but it's like, wow.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see myself doing that too.
It's easy to forget about
yeah.
this spot.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me they won a base race the other day because they stuck a base there that the enemy didn't have any access to.
Oh, it's awesome. Island bases, they may not like affect pro play too much, but for us average ladder Joes, they can be so fun to mess around with.
Cloak Banshee coming in from INnoVation, that's something he's definitely been into as well in the TvZ. He had a game against INnoVation, or against Cyril rather, INnoVation would be fun. Against Cyril though, where he had 2 Cloak Banshees that ended up getting close to 20 drones killed in these first 5 or 6 minutes. So
wow.
He's very capable of doing it against elite Zerg players. The trick is you come into the main base with 2 Banshees and you burn down the Queen real fast.
He totally just dodged out the Spore Crawler. Rogue was trying to be ahead of it, and now 4 drones are dead.
Very nice.
That indeed.
Yeah, 1 Banshee getting 4 drones is exceptional.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that a single Banshee gets that much damage done.
Are those... Check out that Overlord spread for Rogue around INnoVation's base.
That is
nice. Do you see that? It curves around the entire thing.
Just put one on each inhibitor zone.
Yeah.
They're just Overlord spots. There's even big arrows pointing towards them.
Like, this is where you go.
Yes, put the Overlord right there. The double Banshee combo coming in, as we were saying, much more lethal than the single Banshee combo.
Yeah, there's no reason to get Cloak if you're only going to make 1 Banshee. Dumb. Hey, another one down. Another one down.
Yeah. INnoVation doing a good job. Knows that Rogue doesn't have a lair yet, so these Banshees, as long as they are cloaked, they can kind of just abuse the space between the Spore Crawlers. And 8 drones with the 2 Banshees still alive? That's not bad for the Terran.
Absolutely not. This is a beautiful opening from INnoVation, really putting some fear of Terran into the Zerg player. And being still alive means that Rogue still has to worry about this. Again, 2 Banshees can burn down a Queen pretty fast. Especially if she's not in range of a Spore to help protect her.
No. Now, these Banshees are a little bit soft, but INnoVation is still looking for damage with them. That's what these great Terran players will do. They will just use a unit to its full potential, in which you're like, oh, there's no way that could get this much damage. But lo and behold, INnoVation sneaks in, pops off another 3 drones, all the while macroing up behind this. Medivacs for INnoVation cruising towards Rogue's main base slowly. They will start to unload there. Their boost has already been used, so they do have to be careful as they can't boost away to escape with those inhibitor zones behind them. Yeah,
that is so much bio.
Wow, that is a lot of bio. You are
Queens are trying to fight against this, but they only have so many transfuses. Queen, transfuse, but dead. Ling's rolling in, but dead.
Oh my gosh, is Rogue
extremely efficient push out of INnoVation and drop. More Lings going down, forcing. Oh, he got one of the medevacs though, so not everybody gets a ride home.
Oh, gets both of them.
Oh, INnoVation. Ow. Did so much work there and lost everybody. That didn't have to happen.
Yeah, he got a lot of damage done though still. That reflects heavily in the supply right now. Rogue behind by 20. The Banshees are going to be coming in yet again to poke at Rogue's 3rd base. They accidentally shoot the Baneling Nest for a time though, so slight mistake there from INnoVation. Still going to get 1 more drone at least though. And he's starting to push towards the 4th base of Rogue. And that's 7 dead drones that just wander into the fire. Rogue, he's got Baneling speed done now, but his 4th is gone.
This is how you beat Zerg players. You kill their bases, you kill their workers. That's exactly what INnoVation is doing right now. It's looking very good for him. Drilling Claws coming in right now. He's a big fan of Widow Mines lately in ZVT. That's something he's never forgotten to go for. Continue to push in, clearing creep, medevacs in the mix. Overlord coming in to see what's up. He's just going to get burned down. More tumors down right now. INnoVation's up 144 to 113 supply. He is in full command here.
More units just getting dragged into those Marines and cut up. Rogue is going for a Baneling counterattack on INnoVation's base, though. 9, 12, 17 dead SCVs. Great damage done by Rogue, but can he hold on against the push that's going to be coming from Rogue
doesn't have much of an worker advantage. It's 62 to 58. which is nice, but not like what you want as a Zerg player.
And oh, look at these siege tanks going to be getting set up in a lethal position. INnoVation going to drop towards the main base, do that elevator. Rogue's going to have to shut this down or he will just die from these siege tanks.
Oh, the tanks are dead.
Yeah, the tanks left a little bit unguarded, although maybe not. Oh my gosh, the tanks are just going to live.
Those 2 tanks stayed alive. One of them went down, but the other one's refusing to die. That low ground position for the tanks is so good. Oh, taking shots on those queens.
GG, INnoVation.
Woo!
2-1 lead for our Terran player. This series is going hot and fast.
This is excellent. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a hard-fought series, both players fully engaged, and that's exactly what we got here. INnoVation pulled off the perfect game plan, and it all came together when it killed that 4th base. The drop inside the main was so destructive to Rogue's economy, just by forcing Rogue to make more and more Zerglings instead of drones like he wanted to. Didn't have the Banelings to handle those guys quite yet. I think that's why Cyril's been going for a very early Baneling against INnoVation especially. It's just so useful to have Banelings to roll into those drops, to roll into those pushes onto your creep. If you have those, you just feel so much better as a Zerg player. So if you don't have them, we saw what happened. If you have Lings and Queens against that much bio with that much medevac support and stim, it's really hard to take that down, even if they're inside your main base. So we're going to be in Golden Wall. All the weird maps. This is great. I like Golden Wall. Just so many weird mineable pathways you can open up. There's gold bases you can take that allow easy access for your opponent when you're done with them. I mean, Golden Wall's a weird one. A lot of people have this vetoed, I know.
Okay, here we are. In the bottom left-hand side of the map, he's got the 2-1 lead. It's INnoVation.
In the bottom right, it's the red Zerg player, Rogue.
Okay. INnoVation's proxying yet again, but does Rogue go for the early pool? That's the question.
That is always the question.
Rogue's like, oh, INnoVation didn't proxy me the last 2 games. Do I really need to go for the early pool? He's clicking there. Oh, no. Poor Rogue.
Yeah, it's not great.
Nope. That ain't good.
It's looking problematic.
Oh, and suddenly things improve. As
Surprise!
the Overlord flies on over and Rogue's like, really? INnoVation? Really? Okay. You do you. Rogue, he has stopped making drones. He's pulling some of his drones towards this location. Starts up that spawning pool right away, or as soon as he can. And oh, he might even shut down one of these barracks. That would be huge. One of them gets up, but can he stop this one? It looks like he can. Oh, this is huge.
It is.
So
Stopping that
huge.
second barracks helps immensely for Rogue here.
Yeah, these 5 drones are doing
MVPs.
a very good job, yeah.
They can even kill this Marine if they want to. They're faster than he is.
They can. They can hunt him down and get him with their lobster claws.
Look at the juke, though. He's like, nope.
The Marine is having none of that.
So, I mean, at the very least, it's a proxied Reaper, which kind of annoying, but there's already Lings on the way and a Queen coming in, and it's not much different from a standard play.
Yeah, no, this is very, very standard. We take a look. The double Queens there. Rogue firing up his gas now. And yeah, he can just macro, but so will INnoVation. Grenade gets tossed down.
Yeah, here we see the dance.
Queen's out, though. Rogue even made 8 Lings just to be extra safe against this.
Wow. That may be an overcommittal. I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe. He definitely could have got away with the 6.
Yeah.
But after you've just been proxy 2-rexed, it's understandable how you could be a little bit on edge.
Yeah, overreact a bit, I suppose. Still no third base even getting started here at the 3-minute mark. Rogue wants that thing started around 2:30.
Oh, look at INnoVation's resources too. He was floating a bit there, up to 5. But there's another there's another starport.
That's it.
He's had a lot of money for a while though, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a third CC. Where is it, INnoVation? Like, he's floating like 500 minerals.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so third CC at 3:30. As Rogue manages to take his third base. Reaper down.
Oh. Is it? Is it though?
Yes. He was on creep too long. Slowlings will catch ya. Speed on the way here from Rogue. Droning up, not doing much of anything else otherwise. Man, he might even just want to take a quick fourth base considering how fast INnoVation's third was here if he wants to keep up. That is so greedy from Inno. He has nothing to defend that.
No, if Rogue was going aggressive, INnoVation would just fold.
Yeah.
Rogue getting a lot of gas. Already taking his extra 2 gases. I think we'll be seeing a very reasonably timed Spire.
More Banshee Cloak, I'm telling you. INnoVation likes these Cloak Banshees. It used to be something I saw from Special all the time, but INnoVation's been pulling it out more and more recently. And with the damage he can get done with it, it's not a bad idea. Hellion... Jukes on those Hellions, though. I thought for sure one of them was going to die there. One of them is going to die there. Oh, look at that angle. Look at that angle.
Oh, but then INnoVation jukes. Saves one of the Hellions.
Oh,
These guys are both so darn good at Starcraft.
That was pretty.
If I try and do something like that, 1,200 minerals in the bank. Everything is delayed.
But by golly, you saved the Hellion.
Yep. Okay. INnoVation has got 5 Hellions. We'll see if he's going to dive on in. Rogue has enough lings, though, to shoo that away. He's also got spores up, at least in his main base, to help with the Banshees. Then he's going to have a Spire on the way, so these Banshees will be rather short-lived. And already an Overseer in position for Rogue at his natural, where there's no spore. One drone. Probably going to be the first victim of these Banshees, just trying to clear this path for Rogue.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Put a little hope into that poor drone's heart.
Okay.
But Overseer's here.
Yeah.
8 Mutalisks in production, so you're right. These Banshees are accomplishing almost nothing.
That is a good feeling for Rogue, shutting those down. He's mining lots of gas. Firing up his Evas now. At the expense of the quick mutas, or at the expense of the quick upgrades, Rogue got the faster mutas.
And getting +1 flyer.
INnoVation, though, sneaks into the natural. Gets 2 drones at least with these Banshees. Rogue, though, not wanting to pull these mutas home. And INnoVation actually took the gold base, but
yeah,
the mutas...
he did this against Cyril in their series from Stay at Home Story Cup.
Yeah, the mutas hitting that third base beforehand.
What is killing drones?
Is it that one Banshee? Oh my gosh.
Holy smokes.
Got up to 5 kills. Not a bad showing for that Banshee, all things considered.
No. Is there... Okay, there's turrets up. INnoVation's ready this time and doesn't lose 20 SCVs. Instead, just 7, I guess. Could have been worse. Getting that centrifugal hook started did delay that in order to make sure that the Mutalisks were happening early. This might leave INnoVation a bit of a window where there are just slow Banelings to defend against his pushes.
So many fresh mules at that third base. The turret doesn't get repaired.
Gosh.
And that was like 5 fresh mules and INnoVation's gold base income getting shut down by these mutas. This is huge damage from Rogue.
49 workers remaining from INnoVation. Banelings here, but they're slow, if you remember. So much easier to pick those off if they're waddling towards you rather than rolling at top speed.
What just happened there to all those banelings?
I think you just walked some Hellions into them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Marines gonna have to evacuate.
The meter count is maybe enough to make up for the fact the banelings are slow. Look at these guys!
There
They're
are
like,
4
Marines,
medivacs to heal the Marines, but yeah, great pickup for Rogue. I wouldn't be surprised if INnoVation just taps out.
Yeah.
With the third base being disrupted so long, with that attack being shut down, Rogue has total control over this game.
Yeah, he's up 20 workers right now. The army supply is double the size for Rogue. Centrifugal Hooks is finishing up now. Individual missile turrets are really no threat to these Mutalisks at the moment, which is always a bad sign for Terran. They like it when there are enough
Marines running from the Mutas is a very bad sign for the Terran. A tank picking off.
Trying to pick off medevacs there, weakening them quite effectively. +2 flyer attack coming in. You don't see that very often.
No, not in this day and age. Turret does get repaired this time.
But then moving back into the main, there's no bio here to save it. Turret down. Ton more SCVs are going to get killed. Here, 2, 9, 10, 11 SCVs lose their lives during the last couple of minutes of this attack. It's 76 to 48 workers.
And
INnoVation is triple pumping them.
Rogue tries to hit the gold base too, just making INnoVation run around in circles here. INnoVation
All Meat Open says if Inno wins this, he'll eat his shoe.
Careful.
It's not looking good.
Certain StarCraft personalities have promised things like that and not delivered. I'm always very careful about making statements like that.
Smart. I mean, here's the thing. Zerg player down this much, not winning. Terran player down this much, maybe. It's totally possible.
I don't know. Rogue's coming on in a lot of banelings, and that is a lot of banelings and lings with the Mutas making it a double whammy, hitting this third. INnoVation is definitely not coming back in this game.
Nope. I mean, you got a decent-sized Marine tank ball here, but if he responds to that, he leaves everything else wide open. Oh, Medevac comes out to die. Marines coming out of the barracks to die. This is so annoying. Again, I think Rogue and Cyril are the only 2 Zerg players who can pull this off. Rogue is doing such a good job keeping his Mutalisks alive, I say, as he loses 2 of them.
Okay, all the lings come in. These Marines making a last stand. The siege tank spinning in circles, trying to shoot, but there's just too many lings. INnoVation is still in this game, yes,
somehow,
but not for long. As Rogue
really.
ties it up.
Yep.
What Beautiful. A series!
Man, his use of Mutalisk, something to behold. It inspires me to want to try it, but then no, it's not happening. Bad things happen when I try Mutalisks in a ZVT. Yeah,
mutas are hard to use, but as you said before, you think Rogue could do it with the mutas, and he has been doing it.
He has. He's been making extremely good decisions with them. He's been running. He hasn't been losing huge flocks of them at a time. The banelings have been on point. This has been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, whether you're an INnoVation or a Rogue fan, you have got to be enjoying this series, as it is a good one. We are waiting for INnoVation to pick the next map that these two will do battle on, and it will be Eternal Empire.
We've got almost 600 people watching here on Africa, which is beautiful. Thanks everybody for turning out. Really appreciate it.
We were almost up to 700.
Nice.
Which is mental. I think
that's one heck of a spike.
Yeah, I think that's around, like, I'm not sure if that still stands, but I think that's around the record for, like, the global branch. Underdog saying, please do not proxy. I don't think INnoVation listens to anyone. The Zergs may cry and scream, please don't proxy, but he'll just do it anyway.
I mean, he won with the last proxy, or the first proxy he did, so...
Can't blame him.
No. Can't blame him for shooting his shot.
That was even a long, nice game after the proxy. The fact that Proxy 2 Racks isn't just like a black and white win/loss necessarily as much as it used to be, makes the build a lot more enjoyable, at least, because it does go into these long games.
It is really nice. Agreed.
Okay, here we are in the top right-hand side of the map. It's INnoVation.
The bottom left of Eternal Empire, it is Rogue.
No proxy from INnoVation. I'm curious if we'll see mech out of him at all, or whether it will just be that bio style. I think
He
that
seems so married to Bio right now versus Zerg.
yeah, I think most Terrans are these days.
Yeah. I mean, Thors are insanely good versus lower level Zerg players, but it turns out not so good these days against higher level Zerg players.
I can confirm, in my experience of building a lot of Thors.
Just rolling.
Yep. Thors being able to take on Broodlords, pretty significant change.
Elite Zerg players know how to handle them. Make them look bad is the problem.
Yeah, that is very true. A couple of well-used Vipers or Infestors that sneak up with Neural, they can make Thors look very poor. We could see Thors from INnoVation if this TvZ goes long enough. He does incorporate them. Just to add in a few for that muscle, for that anti-muta missiles. Okay. Reaper popping out for INnoVation. Supply depot on the way, followed by a Marine.
Oh, pretty normal stuff, I'd say.
INnoVation wasn't actually mining full gas.
Now he's over mining.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So was his factory is a little bit late. So he just goes for a very quick third CC, like absurdly quick. Maybe this was his intended build.
Look at the third from Rogue, though. It's already on the way at 2:30.
These guys are having a race to the third. It's a little bit more socially acceptable, though, for a Zerg to go for a quick third compared to a Terran.
Definitely. Although, I don't know the last time I saw a Terran punished for this at the highest levels.
It's not that often, because Terrans have got so good at sniffing out the cheeses and defending them.
Yep, seeing it coming, preparing properly.
That's what this Reaper is all about.
That said, has INnoVation figured out how to stop the little 2.5 base Roach Ravager stuff we've seen be so effective? I only ask because Cyril didn't try it once against him at Home Story, and I don't see Rogue trying it here either. It's almost like it's so good. Like, we know how good it is.
Yeah.
But it's almost like INnoVation's figured out this way to crush it, and they've seen him crush it, and they're like, we're not even trying.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to scouting it, as that build was used a lot in the recent meta, that maybe Terrans have sniffed it out and got better at defending it. And
let's see how it's done, because it sure looks unstoppable.
I would too. I would very much like to see how that's done. INnoVation, by the way, is just going right into 3 racks behind this, into double eBay. No factory, no Hellions for map control, no low ground wall off yet. He's just like, show me the money. Give me the good upgrades.
Greed.
I want it all.
Such greed.
Living life on the edge. And if INnoVation does get away with this, it's cause for concern for Rogue. It can lead into
I just don't know that Zergs are even willing to try to scout it and punish it. They're like, whatever. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and Terran can do what he's going to do. He can't stop me. But as INnoVation is taking these incredible risks and they're paying off, that helps him so much in the mid-game.
It's so odd, though, because in the past meta, Zergs were, like, say, like 6 months ago, Zergs were scouting almost religiously, it seemed. Like, tons and tons of pro Zergs would go for their pneumatized carapace and get that Overlord speed and do a flyby to scout for the BC, to scout for whatever, and check the third base timing. And now Rogue's just forgoing it. Just playing a very average Zerg style. INnoVation already landed that third CC. Rogue has now seen that, so he knows that INnoVation is gone for this play. Reaper gets surrounded.
It says dead a Reaper has ever been dead. Poor guy. Surrounded by 20 Zerglings. Blarp.
Yeah, like, kind of reminded me. I saw, like, a thing of, like, a bunch of fish chasing an octopus.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just one of those random things you see on Reddit, and that's what those Zerglings were. They chased down that octopus.
Like they were trying to eat it?
Yeah, it was so weird. You know, like,
Octopus
those, like,
meat?
fish that, like, the seagulls are always diving for that swim in, like, the big, what's the word for it? For a group? A school?
Uh-huh.
It's like, those fish, they just decided to eat an octopus. And they just, like, schooled around it. It was really weird.
Just like piranha it to death,
Yeah,
basically.
that was basically it. And that's what happened to the Reaper.
Rogue's making 24 Zerglings. He's going for a bust.
Is he?
Yeah,
Or is this
he
just
wants to
very
break
defensive
this.
play? Because
That's
he's
too
got no
defensive.
mutas, so we may as well just make a ton of lings.
Yeah, but look at him setting up there. I don't know. Maybe it's just defensive. That's a lot of lings, though.
That is indeed a lot of lings. Okay. Upgrades are actually quite equal. INnoVation has a slight lead, but nothing too significant.
Yeah, Rogue's upgrades are more impressive. Zergs don't usually get to +2/+2 at this point in the game.
Yeah, I guess it's just because he has forgone the mutas, but man,
Rogue's
Rogue
going
is
for
going
it up north.
Oh, he is. INnoVation
Yeah, there's
has a
your
ton of
bus.
Marines in position, though.
Yep. Okay, so at supply depots died. At the south, Rogue's also able to hold up, so both players holding off some attacks at the same time. Really no major losses except INnoVation supply blocked, which
Yeah,
totally sucks.
he's actually not making anything right now. All these barracks that he committed to, they are sitting idle. They ain't doing anything right now. So I think we're just gonna have to see INnoVation like throw up a third base or something, or a fourth base. Pardon me. Oh, Marines unloading onto some Banelings. They get cleaned up. This game's playing quite passive, and INnoVation had a very great lead, or a very great start with his greedy opening. But Rogue has just countered that. He's on 4 or 5 bases at this point. 6, as a matter of fact. 78
Yeah,
drones, good creep spread, on his way to Hive. I'm going to be concerned if this goes on too long for INnoVation.
He figured out what was going on, and he responded in kind. Alright, INnoVation decides enough is enough. Let's actually make
Okay.
something happen, and then 100 Banelings arrive.
Yeah, there's them Banelings. Rogue, he can make a lot of these, seeing as how he hasn't committed to any mutas. 22 Banelings, about 80 Lings rolling forward to shut down INnoVation's attack. The Marines forced to split back. It looks like Rogue will have enough to hold off this attack of INnoVation. The Terran fires up 3-3, however, he is still on just 3 bases. His supply depots are constantly being bombarded.
So annoying, too.
Yeah, that is not what you want to have to be dealing with INnoVation. These kind of bio pushes are all about the constant flow of units. And look at this. Rogue going to be attacking INnoVation. The depot doesn't get raised in time. This is disastrous for INnoVation. He has to come all the way back with his units, as that supply depot wasn't raised, and he is going to lose a lot of SCVs. And is Rogue just going to run away with this one?
Yeah, it's looking real bad. 2-2 Lings are so good against smaller groups of bio like this. 16 SCVs down. INnoVation's at 48 workers at 10 minutes.
Oh, even the burrow for Rogue, forcing INnoVation to burn scans to clean up these Lings. He will get them all with 1 scan, which is nice.
Yeah, but
All
still, he'd
things
rather have a
considered.
mule.
Yeah, exactly. that upgrade has already paid for it. So
Adrenal glands on the way. Chitinous plating coming in for Ultralisks, which aren't in production yet, but they will be here. INnoVation does not have the answer to Ultralisks right now.
Rogue goes for another counterattack, and if we take note of how INnoVation is playing this game right now, he hasn't made a single Widow Mine in recent time. He's just
That's
focused
true.
on going for this big attack with a ton of Marines. However, he's going to have to micro these darn well as Rogue's Banelings roll forward. And INnoVation actually did micro those darn well, but more Banelings coming forward. Can they get good connections? They get alright connections, and that may be all Rogue needs to clean this up, considering his counterattack on INnoVation's side of the map.
Yeah, you don't want to call it early, but it's looking really bad for INnoVation here in game number 5. Ling's continually pouring into his natural base, into his third base. It's even on the army supply, but these Lings are being so cost efficient. Nice escape there.
Yeah, that was really slick from INnoVation.
That was pretty.
Rogue though does the burrow,
forcing another scan, which INnoVation reluctantly tosses down again.
INnoVation's like, I know you're such a good Zerg, you won't be one of those Zergs who just sets and forgets this. So
yeah, they'll bite me.
Yeah, so you got to take care of that. And
okay, so we're trying to deal with Ultras with 0 Liberators and 0 Ghosts.
I mean, he's got 3-3 at least, right?
He does, yep. But Chitinous Plating is done. These Ultras are 2-2.
And in come the Lings once more.
Oh my gosh.
And they will just chew through these depots with their 3-3.
And Adrenal to boot. I don't think...
Oh, with
they
their
don't
2-2, pardon me. Not.
Yeah, 2-2. But Adrenal is an incredible boost to DPS.
INnoVation
the
being
Ultras
repelled.
Show up and
he taps out. And Rogue takes the 3-2 lead in this series. What a series between these players.
Disgustingly great series between these players. But yeah, that was just, it was INnoVation being greedy, Rogue deciding I will be more greedy to match, and then it totally worked out for him. He never lost a hatchery in that game. I can't imagine he lost more than a couple drones. Did we see him lose any workers? I don't know that we did. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I just feel like those are the two big metrics in elite TvZs, is how many hatcheries died, how many drones. If you can accomplish numbers in there, you're probably going to win the game. If you can't, it's really hard to pull it out.
Yeah, there was like no harassment from INnoVation, really.
Right. And I mean, you can't out-greedy a Zerg, is the problem here. It's impossible.
You kind of can. Like, if INnoVation had that 3cc, then he attacked, like, a minute or two after, but Rogue just bought so much time and just out-greeded. Like, at the time which Rogue was taking his 5th and his 6th base, that's when INnoVation wanted to be attacking. Not 2-3 minutes after that, which is around when he did.
Yeah, there was a small window to try to accomplish something there, and he just didn't hit it at all. Not at all.
Okay, here we are. This best of 7's going to continue on. He needs to win this one if he wants to win the series. In the top left-hand side of the map, it's INnoVation.
Bottom right, it is Rogue. Yes, Copenhagen DOS. That is my daughter's DS on the chair behind me. Good spot. I didn't see it there when I did a check of the room. She's so cute. I got her a DS for Christmas because that's what she wanted, and she wanted Mario like her brothers. And so she was playing it, and it's like, do you want me to help you? And she's like, no, I can do it. And I'm watching her, and she doesn't know how to run. So I'm watching her try to jump over this pit, and she can't because she can't get enough speed to do so, and she's just jumping in it over and over. And it was so adorable. And I was like, look, let me show you something. So I showed her how to run, and then she's gotten much better after that. She's very cute. Cute kid. Anyway, Starcraft is happening. Checking for the proxies. Overlords are not finding anything because there's nothing to find.
There isn't.
You know, might as well look anyway.
Yep. Okay. Rogue just goes for his gas, gets his pool on the way. And I doubt INnoVation's going to try a build like he did in that last game. As Rogue
doesn't seem like a good idea.
No. INnoVation's like, I'm so smart going for my super quick third command center. And then Rogue said, really? You're going to leave me to my own devices? You're not going to make a single Widow mine?
Could probably pull this off if, you know, I was anybody else. But I'm Rogue. It's not happening.
Yeah. Like... You can't do this to Rogue. I'm sure INnoVation could do that build against, like, lower Zergs on the ladder. But for Rogue, not a chance. Third base going to be going up for Rogue. Just past the 2-minute mark.
I like it. No, he's hiding it. He's doing the Cyril thing.
Yeah, well, you gotta. Because
Yes.
as you were saying, this is why that's why Terrans don't necessarily just try and shut down the third constantly, I guess, because Zergs will hide it. I'm not sure. Kevin
Still do it.
Kevin Bai says, "Hello, anyone here speak English? I have a question." We do.
Hit us up, Kevin. What you got? This is a live event.
Okay. Starport on the way for INnoVation. That third CC is on the way. When is Cure versus Rogue? Unfortunately, Cure versus Rogue was canceled because Cure was sick, and so we kind of just advanced right to the finals for this event.
Sad, but it happens. And we're getting a pretty awesome best of 7.
Mm-hmm. This is a great best of 7.
Yes, Cattle Cruise. There are English speakers here, at least 10 that I've seen. So that's good.
Over all the Afrika worlds.
Yeah, Kayaka Mike is here.
Yay.
Copenhagen Das is here. Aki's here. Samacron's here.
That is what we like to hear.
Yeah, keep us company.
Mm-hmm.
Cloak Banshee again, the strategy from INnoVation. He's kind of in love with this recently.
Yeah, not a single battle cruiser.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's fallen out of vogue. What do you think?
Yeah.
Just Zerg players know how to scout it and prepare for it perfectly, and it's just so hard to get a bunch done with it anymore.
It makes sense. The BCs are a big commitment.
And they're incredible, don't get me wrong. If a Zerg player doesn't prepare for them adequately, they're incredible. But Rogue's gonna prepare for it adequately and just shut it down, so what's the point?
Alright, third base lands for INnoVation. Very nicely timed. Kevin Bai saying, did INnoVation play Patience? And no, unfortunately, Patience no-showed.
Rooting hard for INnoVation here. I want to see a Game 7, he says. Please win this. That's what he's going to have to do.
I do too. But I want to see INnoVation work for it. I don't want Rogue to just die to some drop or something. No, no, no.
Rogue is playing too well today to just die to some drop. I'm not worried about that.
This is Simulacrum. This match could be a slugfest here on this map.
Oh yeah, this could be a 35-minute game.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Not that we get that very often anymore.
No. The Korean players tend to have a very, very strong killer's instinct.
Yep.
So their games don't get drawn out quite as long.
All right, Banshee's cruising in. Spore Crawler's in production. They don't take that long to build, which is nice.
That is 1 dead drone, 2 dead drone.
3 and 4. Oh, hang on.
There's
4. There it is. We made it. 650 people watching. Oh, yeah.
That is awesome. We were almost at 700 earlier.
Yeah, we keep poking up there, and then we drop in between games. Stick around between games.
Yes.
We're not going anywhere.
Well,
not over.
Unless Rogue wins this one.
You're right. Unless this one... Terrence says, see, look, you can burn down the queens if there's 2 of you.
That
Are
is a
you
lucky
kidding?
lady.
That was like a 1 HP queen. That's ridiculous. Yeah, again, melee attack coming in from Rogue.
Yeah, but also a Hydra den. First game, we'll be seeing Hydras from Rogue.
Look at that. I like it. I like it just fine against Terran. It's nice being able to pick medevacs out of the sky when your Lings and Banelings can't quite pull that off.
Yeah, I do too. When you're playing against a Terran, like INnoVation, he's been dealing with mass Ling all series, but he hasn't had to deal with Hydra, so this is a really nice change of gears, I feel. Okay, Marine's gonna unload at the creep of Rogue. I'm gonna test Rogue's defenses. The Queens, though, very smartly for Rogue, moved back. Otherwise, they could have been easy pickings for the Marines, but Rogue's not a Zerg who's just gonna sleep on something like that. As we take a look, INnoVation starting to build siege tanks, getting up multiple barracks, more and more barracks. He loves his just mass bio play. He's not about the siege tanks purely. He's not about the mines, Thors, Liberators as his main focus. It's just the bio. That's what INnoVation wants.
Yeah, it seems like that's his mindset today, which is weird because he went for Widow Mines a lot against Cyril in that best of 7 finals. I don't know. Maybe the fact that he lost that best of 7 finals, maybe he figured Widow Mines weren't worth the investment.
The moral support SCV comes with this push as INnoVation steps on the creep.
So brave. What's he gonna do?
Repair a Hellbat?
That'd be cool, actually. He should do that. Get over here.
That'd be terrifying, being on one side of a Hellbat while like a Zergling's attacking it on the other.
Banelings are crashing all over the place.
Bunker down there, buddy.
You'd probably die, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Oh, the SCV just... He's just chilling back there. Probably smart, seeing as how he's an SCV. Those big drills aren't as good as they look.
I learned something the other day. If you put workers on hold position, they don't show up as idle workers.
Oh, really?
I did that in a team game I was playing, and it came down to it. I was looking for additional workers to put on a new base.
Yeah.
And I had 0 idle workers, but I saw a couple that were just sitting there.
Oh, that is
with minerals in their
good
mouths, holding still. And it's like, I must have hold positioned those guys, and they don't show up as idle if they're following a command, right?
That's interesting. INnoVation has quite a lethal push right now. His sensor tower betrays the potential flank of Rogue, however. And this is actually very good for INnoVation to know about, because Rogue wants to shut down these tanks. He wants to surround them. INnoVation's bringing in his reinforcements. Will they get here in time? The Banelings are rolling forward. INnoVation has a very nice split, though. The tanks shelling away. Rogue's army just gets destroyed in that attack.
Reinforcements coming into that huge, and INnoVation feeling that killer instinct. He's going for it. A couple changelings in the army. That INnoVation doesn't see, interestingly enough. Banshee does go down.
Banelings get shut down. INnoVation can stem forward with his Marines freely now.
He picks off the tank with the Hydras. That's so good.
Yeah, that is really good for Rogue. INnoVation's Marines, can they take a fight? The 2-2 is here for Rogue, which is a big factor. The Marines trading out as well as they can. INnoVation wants to close this down now before Rogue can restabilize. It's
crashing in. The tank is lost, and that's it. INnoVation has to
Rogue
retreat.
holds that after a very poor fight. Kaya Mike says, "Thanks, guys, for the great night."
Cast. I'm gonna go with cast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's cyst, which I don't understand.
Maybe CUCYS. I don't know. See you soon. Who knows? But
maybe that is a see you soon.
Maybe, but anyway, yeah.
Why would you leave now?
Drops 50 balloons and then heads on out. I hope you have a good night. Everyone else, you got to stay here because INnoVation is doing as well as he can to try and push us to a final match here.
The target fire on the Banelings is so good. The Queen standing in, seemingly immortal.
The Marines with their 2-2 are standing much better than the previous fight. The Hydras are starting to wear thin. More units are rallying across the map for INnoVation. Rogue is so desperately trying to hang on. These Marines are going to do it. INnoVation ties it up, and we have a Game 7.
Yes, Game 7, 695 watching. Stick around for Game 7. Don't leave. We're doing it right now. No commercials or anything. Wow. I cannot believe how well INnoVation stood there in that little gap and just refused to be pushed out, refused to go away. Even the times he got pushed back a little bit, he was able to get back in there. The upgrade for the incredible. Can't really count on Hydras all that much, unfortunately, in that particular situation. They're much better at killing Liberators and Medevacs than they are killing Marines and Marauders. So it looks like we're going to be setting up on Everdream for game number 7, depending on if that's accurate. Cattle Cruise, Rogue knew he was done. He had half the army, and that base was going down, and losing a base at that stage of the game was too much to come. So it was time. It was time for Rogue to tap out there. INnoVation had the upper hand, had more reinforcements coming in all the time, and Rogue just never had a moment to breathe and just set up additional bases or keep the ones that he had. That's pretty much why.
You'll never guess who just showed up now, by the way.
Patience?
Yes.
Amazing. All right.
Everyone's ready.
Yeah, let's do it. Ever Dream it is for game number 7, map number 7. Here in this best of 7, it's going to be good.
Yeah. I see on the match arena, Michael Lenskiewicz contributes $10 to the match arena. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate the support. We do have a match arena code. It is AW57. AW57. But I'm focusing on the game because this is match 7 between INnoVation and Rogue.
3-3. Both players have looked ridiculous at times. Both players have definitely lost at times.
It's been one good series, though. And here we have the Terran player in the bottom left. It's INnoVation.
And in the top right, it's Rogue. I'm going to assume we won't see Hydras in this game. That'd be my guess.
Yeah. When Rogue had the upgrade lead, the Hydras were doing really well. But INnoVation's bio just looked really good as soon as he managed to tie the upgrades up. Okay.
So no proxies here. INnoVation trying to win this thing straight up.
Makes me glad. What a series we've had today. I'm so glad that we got a good series. Bit of a delayed or bumpy start, but a great series. Rogue still looking for proxies. You can never be too careful as a Zerg.
If you find them late, that's better than not finding them. Reaper in production from INnoVation.
Okay, SCV crossing the map to check for early pools out of Rogue. Over neither of these players cheesing, showing a lot of respect for each other.
Busk betting $100 the last map goes to Inno. Well, that's some confidence.
That's a
right
bold
there.
statement when it's been a tied series.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth too. It's not like INnoVation's won the last 3.
No.
It's been very back and forth. So SCV says, not a 12 pool. Let's send that Reaper across the map and see what we can do. I think the map to deny the 3rd, but it's too late.
Nope.
Rogue tosses it down at 219, and the Reaper can't get there in time.
He's too quick.
Yeah.
Honestly, going for a very quick 3rd as opposed to having to deal with INnoVation's Reaper sounds like a much better trade.
Absolutely. I don't see why not. Like, it delays your queen a little bit in the main base sometimes, but I think that's totally worth it.
Oh, the creep tumor. Oh, that is huge for INnoVation.
That is huge. Losing that first creep tumor really slows down the creep spread, especially from the natural to the 3rd.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. INnoVation goes for a 2nd factory. Ooh.
Hold on. Is he mech it? In game 7?
Oh, is this going to be like Blue Flame Hellions or something? It's gotta be. It's either just going to be Blue Flame Hellions. Yeah, I don't know, but it is something sneaky coming out of our Terran. Wow.
Nemesis says it's battle cruisers. Well, not with 2 factories, I don't think. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Nemesis is one of my subscribers, and he loves battle cruisers more than anything on Earth. So, it's trying to see it.
Battle
trying to make
cruisers
it
are easy to love.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, now this is a tech lab for INnoVation. There's no armory thrown down yet, however. There's the Blue Flame. I forgot, you definitely don't need an armory to start Blue Flame anymore.
No.
That was patched a while ago, I want to say.
Yeah, it's been a while. So just regular Blue Flame Hellion attack, huh?
Yeah.
I had this done to me once. It sucked.
If you're making lings, you sure bet it does.
It was just mass Blue Flame Hellions attacking all my bases all the time, and it got like whittled down to death. It was terrible.
Yeah, there's the armory too, and oh, this could be really tough for Rogue.
But he's got a Baneling Nest.
And he's got an Overlord moving in, but INnoVation, look at this.
He hides the second factory. It
hides
looks like
the
a
second
1-1-1. Nothing about this should set off any alarms in Rogue's head.
Nope. All right. More Hellions moving across the map for INnoVation, and soon it's going to be a lot of blue flame Hellbats. And if you're a Rogue, you're going to have a hard time stopping this. He's investing in a lair. He's investing in spores in case it's Liberators or Banshees. But it is just a lot of Hellbats.
Not wrong to be worried about Banshees either.
No, it's perfectly valid concern.
What the?
D
He just can't
is the
charge his
same-
own stuff.
D is the same key for hotkey as more Hellbats, so that's what happened there.
Okay.
The Queens
There you
for
go.
Rogue gonna start kiting back. The Hellbats, however, are gonna get on top of these Banelings
Oh
before they
my
finish
gosh.
morphing. Do one or two of them
Oh.
finish? One finishes, but I think Rogue is just dead here. GG, INnoVation takes the best of 7. Holy cow.
Blue Flame Hellbat attack off of 2 bases. What a boss. The Banelings aren't quite ready. That was the thinnest of margins. If those 6 Banelings are ready to go when the Hellbats arrive, I think different outcome. But wow, INnoVation going for it, taking the risk and taking game 7 like a boss. Coming out on top.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
What a series between those players. A sneaky fast end from INnoVation, but what a build to pull out in game number 7. His Blue Flame Hellbats to catch Rogue off guard.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a crazy good series between these 2 players. That was so much fun. Good back and forth. Both players looking so excellent.
Yeah, what
And
a
at the end of the day, I mean, there's really not much of a reason to expect that out of INnoVation either from Rogue. I don't think it ever once entered into his mind the possibility that Blue Flame Hellbats would arrive when they did.
No.
He didn't get the scout off. INnoVation's been going bio nonstop, except for the one Hellbat attack he did try. But that was a more traditional later one with some Marine support. I don't know. That was crazy.
Rogue seemed even unprepared just for like a traditional Hellbat attack too.
That's true. If it was regular Hellbats, it probably would have been as difficult to hold.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in today. We didn't really plug at this event, but the Matcherino, all the money is going to go to Rogue and INnoVation. You can grab the replays for the event here. Just go to the Matcherino link, type in the coupon code AW57. We'll try and use as many of those codes as we can to basically say a little bit of an extra thank you to the players for coming out. I know it's a bit frustrating for the players to have to wait for walkovers or no-shows and things like that. But yeah, we had a great match, so I'm very glad things came together.
Me too. What a great best. Anytime you get a game 7, it's a good. I don't care what else happened. That was fantastic.
I agree, yeah. INnoVation and Rogue both showed very good games. We had over 700 viewers at the end there, which is mental for an Africa World event.
Is that a world record peak?
I'm not sure.
For us?
For us on Africa World, it absolutely is.
Nice.
Which is
very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Particularly as how there was a lot of waiting around, a lot of suspense building, but yeah, that series absolutely worth it. Check out Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter. We are linked in that little blurb.
If you want to know when the next event is, this does move around a little bit. It's basically every 2 weeks, but it's not like a set time or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely follow us on Twitter. We'll announce it a few days in advance, and then you can mark it on your calendar.
Yeah, great way to keep up to date on our events. And then thanks so much to everyone for tuning in today. Do you have anything else to add before we head out?
I don't. Check us out on YouTube, too. We both run pretty awesome YouTube channels with a lot of StarCraft all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Come say hi, drop a comment, let us know you came from Africa. That'll make us smile.
Yes, if you subscribe to both of us, you will be hit with a lot of StarCraft. I promise you that.
Yes. Maybe more than you can handle. It's a challenge.
Is there really too much StarCraft for you to handle?
I hope not. StarCraft is great.
Yeah, you guys are killing it on that Matcherino on those Matcherino codes, by the way. Thanks so much for doing that. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.